Sorry guys. Just let me make sure everything's good to go. All right, I think it should be good. Good morning, everybody. Is the audio working fine? Everything working fine? Clear? Okay, perfect. Just gonna make sure everything is good. How's the video for you guys? Looks good? Okay, perfect. Audio good, everything good. Okay, perfect. Okay. So we just had equities open. We'll give it some time to develop here. It looks like YM wants to drive lower to create that SMT with London low as of right now. If that does happen, then I'll look for a long opportunity here. But yeah, going into today, I was aware that we had overnight expansion, which could be a call for choppier price action overall in the New York AM session. We also had a 1 hour SMT on the highs between yesterday's high or Friday's high and today. So I'm very aware of that. But as of right now, I'm just kind of looking for intraday opportunity because it is a Monday with no news, right? And 9:30 is the only volatility injection we have. So if we do end up creating that SMT with London low and confirm it, then I'll be interested in looking for a long here. So our 1 hour is for sure out of the equation. So I'm gonna just adjust my cycles to accommodate for my today's, bias pretty much. So heading on the 5 minute here, we might get an opportunity. I just want to see if YM can close below here on the 15-minute chart. So that would be at 9:45. We need to see the 9:45 candle on the 5 minute close below London low, and that would be ideal. Is my video blurry for you guys, or is it good? Just want to make sure. When will you confirm SMT with London low? 9:45 minimum 9:45. So I'll go to the 15-minute chart just to make it a little clearer because we want to wait for this candle closure first, right? We don't want to jump the gun and do anything. I'm just gonna upload the weekly outlook for. Yeah, I want to wait for the candle closure to confirm the SMT. So here I'm aware we have a 5-minute SMT on the lows. However, my model requires me to wait for at least that 15-minute candle closure. So for all I know, it could just go without me pretty much. But I don't want to deviate from my model. Like here, I think that it could be a good buy opportunity for you guys if you entered right now and put your stop below probably these lows, because it's a 5-minute and 1-minute SMT. If you look closely right here, there's a 1-minute, 5-minute, 5-minute, 1-minute right here. So that could be a good scalp opportunity for you guys to get in if you want. I would leave my stop loss at this 9 o'clock low. Personally, I'm not going to be taking this trade once again because it's not part of my model. It's a fractal version of my model, but I want to wait for that higher time frame confirmation. Forex recap. Let's see what's going on actually. I'm a little interested actually. Because this morning I was looking at some bullishness. I wonder if it's bullishness with this equities open. I don't know if equities open affects the Forex though, because that's more of an index futures thing. Right now, for for Forex, I would be looking at this 1-hour SMT on the low and the 15-minute SMT on the low, right? And then I just look for bullish price action. Did my trading view just freeze? Oh, it's back. Okay. For GU, I would be looking for London high as a potential draw on liquidity. Once again, because with this 1-hour to 15-minute SMT, I'd look for some bullishness. I don't know why this keeps changing to NQ for some reason. Some bullishness on EU-GU, some bearishness on DXY. So that's what I would like to see. And then heading into the week, I want to see, because we have bonds trending lower as of right now, I would want to see DXY go higher. So I think overall Monday, Tuesday, because we don't have any news, we'd probably see DXY like consolidate a little bit, and then we'll see later in the week DXY becomes bullish, and we'll see bearishness in EU-GU, and that's my expectations overall. Of course, we'll just play it out like day by day, but that's pretty much what I'm looking at as of right now. So your first take profit for this specific model, I would say at these highs, I'd probably just take a partial. If it does end up driving up here and you're in a trade, take a partial, move stops to break even probably, or maybe like somewhere below here, just mitigating your risk in general. Because once again, it is a Monday with no news. Miss NQ, can you go over your bias? So as of right now, I'm just waiting. If we have SMT on the lows, then I'll look for higher prices. What model am I using? The same model I always been using, right? It's higher time frame, key level, intermediate term time frame, SMT or market maker model, lower time frame, SMT or market maker model. So right now, what I'm looking at is if we have a SMT with London low, I think that that would kickstart a intraday market maker buy model into these highs. So that's pretty much ultimately what I'm looking for, because we see that YM's driving lower into here, but I want to see a candle body closure below London low, preferably on YM, so that we can confirm it a little better and then look for that long afterwards. What time frames do you use? Weekly, 4-hour. I use all time frames. I use 3-month time frame, monthly time frame, weekly time frame, daily time frame, 4-hour time frame, 1 hour, 15, 5, 1 minute, and 15-second time frame. Those are like all my time frames that I use personally. On an intraday level, I typically only use the 1 hour time frame, 15-minute time frame, and then if there's like a scalp model playing out, then I'll use like 1 minute, 15-second. But For the most part, I'm using 1 hour, 15 minute. There's no difference. If you get SMT on YM, it's the same as getting SMT on ES. I also realize I'm looking at two NQs at the same time. Once again, I don't know why my first chart keeps becoming NQ. It's so weird. But, hopefully it just saves every time I click save. I am gonna log into my Trade-O-Vate. Actually, is there a way I can hide my screen first before I, leak my credentials for my accounts? Let's see. Okay, that should be good. I'm logging into my accounts right now, so I've blacked out the screen. I hope it's blacked out, at least. If it's not, then that's unfortunate. Alright, let me turn back on the stream. Alright, looks good. Okay. I'm back. You try to save the layout as template? Yeah, I did, but every time I open it again, it just resets. I have no clue why. Do you enter trades before 9:30 opening if there's red folder news? Yes, I do. I actually enter whenever my model's there, and I just expect news to distribute in my favor. What if the SMT is just a wick? Personally, I don't like to look at wicks. I only like to look at body closures. And like here we see there's a wick, but in my opinion, that's just, I haven't had very good experience with wick to wick SMTs unless it's like intermarket, which is like a whole thing of its own, which I don't use, to be honest. I studied it, but I don't really use it. So yeah, I only use body closures for the record. Andrew, we can do that in PA review. As of right now, I'm just doing live trading, right? So I just want to pay attention. I would give my full undivided attention to live price. So right now we're looking for NQ to take London low. I'm waiting for either like any of the assets to take it. I just want to see a closure beyond it, to be honest. I'll be making a lecture on the different types of SMTs later today, probably after the stream, and I'll be uploading it to the WAP, and then that way it'll give you guys a lot more clarity on what I deem as a valid SMT or not. I've already posted the lecture real SMTs here, right? So these are temporary lectures. They will be updated with the high quality lecture you guys love. I just need to get the content out to you guys as of right now. But here I've uploaded real SMTs yesterday, and then today I'll upload types of SMT. How do you get session bias? I just look for SMT, to be honest. SMT and narrative. So it's like whatever your high time frame narrative is, like whenever you have whenever I talk about SMT is biased because it's the beginning and end of every trend, right? And really think about that because that's big. If SMT is the beginning and end of every trend, what does that mean? Right? And so whenever you identify SMT, just make sure it makes sense in context of a market maker model, and that's how you can frame your trades. That's how I frame my trades. Whenever SMT, I look for a market maker model. Market maker model, within that, each phase you'll have SMT as well, right? And you can watch those videos on my YouTube. They're completely free, fully free. Were you Casper's student, and would you recommend his mentorship? Yes, 100%. His mentorship really simplified everything for me, and it helped me piece the puzzle together, and that's what really kickstarted my exponential growth. So 100% I recommend it. If you can afford it, then 100% I recommend it. But it's like if you take that, it's like the thing is like when you invest into a mentorship like that, you have to make sure the mentor is credible. The reason why I found Jesse or Casper credible is because I used to watch him on his free live streams, and he would just call trades left and right, and I was like, this guy's a wizard. So I started learning from him, and then that's where his credibility really that was for me at least. It was his live streams, and he was able to call price live. And I think that's like one major thing is like you can't really, at the end of the day, you can't really judge someone by their profitability, but rather you should judge them by how they call price. Because it's like anyone can fake results and stuff like that, So how does one person call price? How does one person stay composed when they're calling price live? How does one person face their failures? How does one person, approach each situation? Stuff like that. It's like you want to ask yourself, like, a mentor in trading means you're getting a mentor in life. You know what I mean? Because anything you do outside of the charts will translate directly into the charts. So whenever you're choosing a mentor for trading, you're also choosing a mentor for a lot of your decisions in life. So definitely choose wisely. But from my experience, Casper has been really good for me. Yeah, like Jesse is the kind of person to walk the walk, not just talk the talk, And I think that's what makes him such a good mentor, is because like at the end of the day, it's like even if you're provided guidance and stuff, you have to take action yourself, right? It doesn't matter how good a mentorship is. It doesn't matter how bad a mentorship is. Like you have to take action. Because if you put in the work, you'll figure out if your mentor is good or not. Guaranteed. Like you put in the work to actually, like whenever your mentor says something, you should be trying to like really dig into the theory and prove them wrong. Because don't just blindly believe everything they say. Whenever I say something, don't just blindly believe me. Prove me wrong. I heard that he has too many students and he doesn't answer people too so often. I think majority of the time he answers DMs more than questions in the community itself. So like if you DM him, he usually adds you. Once you join STB, he'll add you as a friend and you just DM him and he'll answer your questions. There's also a forum inside the server that is dedicated to him answering questions. So, and then he's live 3 times a week, actually 4 times a week: Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So you can also ask him questions in there. On Mondays, oh yeah, I go live on Mondays. Jared goes live on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Hunter on Thursday. Jesse goes live Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So there's a lot of lives in there, in my opinion. I think it's just like the one-stop shop, to be honest, because Jared Tendler is a trading psychology coach, and he's a licensed psychologist. All right, let's see if we can get this SMT, and we should be good to go. See what NKD is doing. Once again, just for forward testing purposes, I don't use NKD. I think it is correlated. Like, don't get me wrong, instead of correlations, like it looks good, but I don't know, something about it just like doesn't sit right with me. Even like in my back testing and stuff, I think I'm just so comfortable. I think I'm just very comfortable with YM because that's what made me profitable. That's why I just refer to YM, to be honest. I don't want to like change things up that might mess me up. Let me turn up my volume so I don't keep yelling. Because I got closed back headphones instead, so now I can't hear myself whenever I talk. I think I've been yelling. I can feel my throat starting to hurt. But yeah, guys, if you have questions about literally anything, you can ask me anything. Doesn't have to be, you know, price action related. It could be literally anything because we're just waiting for price right now, anyways. Play some music. What's the biggest mistake people make with SMTs? Not using time-based liquidity. That's the biggest mistake in my opinion. Does STB have a meetup event? I think it's in the plans, but it hasn't really come to fruition yet. I think it should be sometime either end of this year or like 2025 from my understanding. What are your passions besides trading? Uh, I mean, I really enjoy nature. I really enjoy traveling. Um, I like, I don't know. I just enjoy a lot of different things. I wouldn't say I'm like passionate about anything else other than trading, really. But I think I'm just like a very open mind person, so I enjoy a lot of things. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not passionate about anything specifically, but I just enjoy a lot of things. I think the only thing I'm passionate about is like teaching and trading. I think those are like my biggest passions, and I think trading is just because it's like a gamified version of money. So that's why I like trading. And then teaching is just like I enjoy watching other people succeed and being able to help people succeed. I think that's like a great feeling. So that's why I like it. There are definitely frustrations in teaching. Sometimes that makes me want to just stop teaching altogether, but I gotta push through and like remember the reason why I'm doing it. But other than that, I think traveling I would say is like not necessarily a passion, but something I really enjoy doing. What's time-based liquidity? Time-based liquidity is just like the highs and lows of defined ranges in time. So it's like previous session high, previous session low, previous day high, previous day low, previous week high, previous week low, previous month high, previous month low, uh, previous season high, previous season low. You have your previous year high, previous year low, stuff like that. Can you explain when the real market maker model starts and ends? What do you mean by real market maker model though? Do you look for end dog or end walk? Yeah, I have an indicator here, just like the end walk, and I'm aware of it. I don't like 100% use it all the time, but I'm just aware of it. I'm like, oh, this could be potential draw on liquidity, for example, or this could be a point where price wants to support resist, or is like price moves from NWOG to NWOG, so I'll look at it as like an indication where price is trying to go, where price is supporting or rejecting from, stuff like that. That's how I like to use it. I use it as a time-based fair value gap, basically, is what I use it for. How do you do your top-down analysis? So normally I'll just go from my 3 month to four monthly to weekly, daily. I look for any key levels here that I need to pay attention to. And if I have a key level on one of these charts, then I'll start breaking it down, right? So it's like, for example, on the weekly chart, I see that we have this fair value gap we traded into last week. We created 4 hour SMT inside of it. So I'm looking for higher prices ultimately, right? And then because of that, I'll pay attention to my 4 hour. I see we have 4 hour SMT inside here, looking for higher prices. Can we confirm this 4 hour SMT with a 1 hour SMT? We did on Thursday, between Thursday and Wednesday. And so that's where I started looking for higher prices, right? And then now I'm expecting this to turn into a market maker buy model on the 1 hour chart. This right here. And that's how I pretty much look at it, like this, right? So higher time frame key level, intermediate term time frame SMT, lower time frame SMT, and then that's good to go to me. And then within each higher time frame market maker model, I look for a lower time frame market maker model. And now I have like a context of the entire picture of price. When would you verify it as the start of a market maker model? Whenever you have SMT. So whenever you have SMT with a time-based liquidity, I just look for some sort of market maker model. So if, let's say we get an SMT with London low, then I can see that we could potentially be headed higher for this market maker buy model, right? Which would be, sell side of the curve to buy side of the curve right here. That's how I look at it. What correlative theory indicator you use? I use the one that was presented by Day. So it's Day correlative theory by 2 degrees. How often do you get SMTs that manipulate price and price goes into the opposing side? I'm going to let you backtest that. But I'll just tell you a lot. But I'm going to let you backtest that. You got it. Can you show me what NWOG, NDOG indicator use? I don't know if this is the right one to use. I just use it. NWOG, NDOG by Kryptonite. This is the settings I have on it, 50 NWOG. I'm pretty sure you just need to set like 12 NWOG, but I just like being aware of what NWOGs are where. I think 50 is a little much, but I like it, so I'm gonna keep it. Is my mentorship open? So I have my private community that is open. And then my private mentorship is select students only, where it's like you can't buy your way in. I select people based on their work ethic and stuff like that and their character. Right now we have like maybe 6 students in there, and once they're developed, I'll take in more students. But for now, like private mentorship wise, it's closed. Private community wise, it's always open. And then right now I'm also working on developing a website for my own platform, and from there, once we open that platform, I think I'm going to offer like 30 days free, I guess 30-day free trial kind of thing. So then like even if people can't afford the private community, they'll still have access for at least 30 days. Do you recommend sticking to one strategy and mastering it, or being sort of jack? Stick to one strategy and master it. For sure, always stick to one strategy. How do you use YM for your analysis? I just use it the same way I use ES and NQ, right? I just look for SMT. I know a lot of you guys are probably looking at this and feeling some sort of FOMO, but the thing is, we already knew beforehand that there's no news today. We knew that there would be choppier price action, right? So there's no point FOMOing in today. If you just simply wait and sit on your hands, you're probably going to get a very nice setup going into Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So just be patient and let price do its thing. If you see the move, you probably missed the move. And when I say that, in this context, it's like 1 minute. If you see displacement, you probably missed. So let's say you saw this displacement lower, you're like, okay, let's enter here. Well, you're just caught in the chop now, right? And then when you get this big spike up, you're probably scared of your trade, right? So what's the next move? Oh, and then it starts displacing lower again. You're like, oh, I knew I shouldn't have X in my trade. So you enter again, like down here, and your stop loss all the way up here, and now you get stopped out again. And you're like, man, what's going on? Maybe it's bullish now because now you see a bullish push higher, and then you enter along, and now you're once again super anxious, and you're just like disregarding all your risk management rules. Just gotta be patient, right? Being a jack of all trades give you analysis paralysis. Yes, it does. It does give analysis paralysis. I think the best tool for analysis is SMT. I kid you not, I think SMT is the holy grail, genuinely. Yep. And this is also why I like to this is why I like to stream on like the 15-minute chart minimum usually is because it's like whenever I go on the lower time frames, it induces people to like FOMO in when in reality, if I just zoom out 15-minute 1 hour, like what are we doing on the 1 hour? We're literally inside the previous candle. We're literally creating an inside candle. 15-minute, what are we doing? We're just going back and forth right now. But if you go to the 15-second, for example, oh my gosh, it's doing all this. 1 minute, oh my gosh, it's displacing lower, displacing higher. You know, like just zoom out. If you're feeling anxiety in any way, just zoom out. That's all you need. Just need to zoom out. So this goes back to that example. It's like if you took this long off this displacement just now, and now price is doing this, what are you feeling if you're in a trade? You've already taken 3 losses. Just wait, right? And SMT just makes it so objective. Do you have an SMT with London low or not? Well, you have one with wick to wick, so it doesn't count. So no. Do you have an SMT with London high or not? No, we don't. So it's either yes or no. And that's why I love SMT. It's either there or it's not. Do you use bias? If yes, how do you frame it? Everyone uses bias, right? Bias is just you're looking at price and thinking it's going to go one way, higher probability than the other, right? And how I frame it, I use SMTs to frame it. I use narrative to frame it. What would you recommend as the one strategy to master? Everyone's different, man. I can't tell you what to master, but I can tell you what works for me. Because we're part of the ICT community, I would just say master ICT concepts, right? And how do you master ICT concepts? And a lot of people seem to confuse mastering ICT concepts with they correlate it to, oh, I have to know exactly which PD array is going to be used. I have to know exactly which level is going to be respected. But that's not the case for ICT concepts. The whole point of ICT concepts, he's created this language and price that we can create a narrative. We can story tell using price action. That's the real value in ICT trading, in my opinion, is that you can build a narrative and create logic for yourself in the market, why the market's doing something, right? And so once you understand that, you don't look at each tool as an individual concept anymore. You look at everything as you look at all tools that he teaches you as puzzle pieces, and you have to piece them together to build a narrative. The narrative is the big picture. The narrative is the finished puzzle. You need your PD arrays, you need your liquidity pools, you need your market structure, you need all of those things to work together to build a narrative. You don't just look at fair value gaps, you don't just look at liquidity, you don't just look at market structure, right? And that's what I think is so powerful about ICTs. He gives you all these tools and he teaches you how to blend them together and create context for yourself. Good stuff, Janice. Zooming out is the key. Yes, 100%. Have you ever shorted a discount? Well, it depends, right? It's like on a lower time frame, you could be at a premium, but on a higher time frame, you could be at a discount. So it's once again comes to narrative, right? What kind of time frame trade are you looking for? You're looking for a swing trade, then you're gonna have to pay attention to your higher time frames. If you're looking for an intraday scalp, it doesn't really matter if you're at a premium or discount on the higher time frame, as long as your lower time frame is telling you that there's a scalp coming, right? That would just be a retracement on the higher time frame. So once again, it comes down to narrative and what you're trying to do with your trade. I feel like 2024 is kind of teaching different stuff than before. I didn't watch 2023 or 2024. I'll be honest. Will you give any trade analysis? When I have a trade, I will, but right now I don't have a trade. So weekly outlook should be uploaded for you guys for those that are in private community. Yeah. Also, I uploaded the psychology workshop from yesterday, hosted by Guy. And then price action review. I highly recommend you guys watch the most recent one, the one from October 4th. This is the one I hosted actually. All the other ones should be good as well. They're hosted by Jason, but this one I hosted this one, so I know I went in pretty deep stuff in that one. So feel free to look at that. As for price, nothing really stands out to me as of right now. Still no SMTs with London High, London Low, unless you use the Wick SMT, but I personally don't, so I'm not looking for that. Is there any setup right now? No, not that I see. I want to see at least SMT with London lower high. Psychology video available for free or just premium? For that one specifically, that one's premium. For all recordings, I think it's private community only, and then for once a month there will be a free PA review and free uh, psychology call. But once again, once we migrate over to my own website, I'm gonna be enabling 30-day free trials, just so like whoever can't necessarily afford to pay, they still have access. Yeah, how's your weekend? Sick the whole time? Yeah, I was sick the whole time, but honestly, it was pretty good because I normally, like, for the past like 2 3 weeks, I've been like avoiding working on weekends, but I feel like working just brings me joy. So this weekend I was working a lot. It felt great, even though I was sick. It still felt great. I don't know. We're looking for now on the chart. I'm looking for same thing. SMT with London lower, London high. That's it. Do you think some strategy perform better in particular seasons than others? I I wouldn't doubt it, but I haven't explored enough strategies to like really know, to be honest. So personally, I wouldn't know, but I wouldn't doubt it. I'm sure that there is some strategy that perform better than others in specific market conditions, right? Yeah, there's a wick SMT. Do you need to see consolidation before SMT? No, you don't. Still use TopStep X. I stopped after. I haven't used TopStep X for a little bit. I've been using my funded futures with Tradeovate. I just copy trade everything together. I think TopStep X is great though. It's just you can't really copy trade across platform. That's the only thing. Whenever we close again above previous day high with 1 hour candle, then I'd look for shorts again because that would create a London high SMT. You can use copy trade, my funded futures. Yeah, Top Step you can if you use Tradeovate, but Top Step X you can't. Not to my knowledge, at least. Not. Does it matter that it closed before? Honestly, like if we get a closure above, like let's say right now ES and NQ failed to close above. So if we see like ES close above, NQ fails to close above again, then I'll look at that. You know what I mean? But if YN closes above again, I wouldn't really pay too much attention because it's already closed once. Do you take any trades during live and what was the outcome? I mean, you can go back into my old lives if you want. I take trades. It's just right now I don't have a setup. That's why I'm not taking a trade. You can have 3 sim funded and 3 live funded on MFF or my funded futures. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking for long. It's just I don't have my model. That's why I'm not executing. Once again, it's like if I don't have my model, I'm not gonna deviate just to execute. You know, it could go without me for all I care. All I care is that I'm building good habits. I'm following my rules. I'm following my model. 5-minute breaker block. Can you give me a timestamp, please? What do you consider your model? Higher time frame key level, intermediate term time frame market maker model or SMT to lower time frame market maker model or SMT. It's on my YouTube if you guys are if you guys want to know more about it. $9.30. The 9:30 candle wouldn't be your breaker block. I'd say it's more so the 9:15. Oh, actually, sorry, I'm on the wrong time frame. Sorry. 9:30. Yeah, you can use this as a breaker block. That's valid. Breaker block. You need some sort of maybe RDRB here, or maybe some sort of fair value gap. I would look for. Right, because you have your market structure pattern right here. Low, high, lower, low, higher, high. Breaker block activated, so you could refer to these RDRBs if you really want to. I wouldn't be against that, but actually, yeah, I mean, I guess that would be the YouTube model if you want to use that. If we see current price action, we are displacing towards buy side, so shouldn't we trade with the flow and so be like we should be patient and wait for setup and buy this can't we make more? Well, the thing is, if you start trading with the flow, that means you're deviating from your plan, right? It's like if your plan is to trade with the flow, then go for it, right? But for me, it's like that's not my plan. So if I deviate from that, I'm changing the expectancy of my model, which I don't want to do. Because I haven't back tested whatever's happening in price right now, right? This isn't my bread and butter setup. So I'm not gonna take it. 90-minute SMT it can be sufficient if you want. That'll be more of a scalp model though. That's what I was saying earlier. It's like when we had that 5 minute to 1 minute over here, I would be looking more so for a scalp model rather than a actual like longer term. That's a good way to look at it, Joe. If you want to learn ICT complete from beginning, you can join. I mean, if you want, you can join my private community for like 7 days free, and then go through the mentorship here. So I'll just show you. So if you go into WAP, you'll see Ethan Trade's mentorship. So I have Unit 1, which is preparation. Unit 2, market structure. Unit 3 is your institutional order flow. Unit 3 is liquidity. 4 is time price. And it's an ongoing. I'm still making it, so 2A, 2B, 2C would be your ICT pretty much, and then the rest is going to be more so focused on my specific trading model. Start from Unit 1 if you do decide to try it. That would be my recommendation, because I pretty much made this to target like people that are new, that are, intermediate, advanced. This is for everyone, right? That's my main goal of that course, and then once it's complete, I'll make it free. Oh, if you want to learn from ICT directly, I think you should start with what was if you watches what was it? Start with Market Maker Primer course, and then go right after Market Maker Primer course. I would do 2022 mentorship, and then after 2022 actually no, let me think. Yeah, you should. Okay, this is the order I would do if I were to watch it all over again. Market Maker Market Maker Primer course, and then I would go into the core content, and then I would go into 2022 mentorship. And that's all you need, in my opinion. And I also would not recommend trading any live capital until you can consistently make money on like a demo account or eval account, right? Take care, Joe. Because the thing is, like, if you're trading with no knowledge, you're gambling, right? Maybe a 5 minute market maker buy model from London low. It very much could be, but once again, it's just not part of my model. So yeah, it looks like it could be for sure, but just not really part of my model. So SMT on the lows here, right? Potentially pay attention to this fair value gap if price wants to leave this open and then trade back into it. If YM's able to drive lower into London low, this would be great. If NQ wants to trade into this fair value gap and then continue higher, then that would be like a pretty good entry in my opinion, because you have a breaker here. Yeah, you have a breaker here and then mitigation looks good. But we'll have to see how this develops. So we have 10 minutes for this candle specifically. And then we'll have to wait the next 15 minutes for that as well. How's your Apex accounts now? I'm not sure if you heard, but the Apex incident where my accounts got full ported by some sort of external factor and I lost all my profits and accounts. But now I'm running up the evaluation accounts again, so this time I'm using Tradeovate, not Rhythmic, and hopefully it works better. But yeah, we'll see. I actually like I'm kind of cheesed because that's like $3,000 down the line, you know, like down the drain. Um, because you know it's literally out of my control. I worked so hard for that profit too. Watch videos from Casper, his ICD complete course, and ICD altogether. Is that all what ICD has taught, or is there's much more to ICT that you're. The thing is, like, there's a lot to ICT, and like sometimes he will repackage things and reteach it. In my opinion, at least, like he'll say that he doesn't, but like in my opinion, sometimes it is like the same stuff being repackaged. In my opinion, at least, um, and I think if you watch enough of his content, you'll understand what he's teaching overall. And I would just highly recommend that you just focus. Keep in mind that everything's a market maker model whenever you're watching ICT, okay? Just keep that in mind. Because it does become confusing if he goes on the lower time frames. They didn't refund me, no. They said it's not their problem. Top Step's still good. I've never had any issues with them. I think right now the top two futures firms are definitely Top Step and My Funded Futures as of right now. I don't think they scammed me. I think it's a issue with Rhythmic and Trade Copier. I think that was the main issue because a lot of people were telling me that they got an email from Replicanto warning that Rhythmic was having issues where it'll leave like ghost orders open and stuff like that, where you can't actually determine if your positions are open or not, and it just screws you over. So now I've moved over to Tradeovate. It should the issue should be resolved. Hopefully, it's resolved. Um, but at least I proved to myself I could do it. So I wouldn't say they scammed me. I think it was more of a software issue and a data. It was more of a rhythmic error, I think, in my opinion, if that's the case. So it is technically my fault for not being informed on that. So now I know. 1 hour SMT. Here is with previous day high. So previous day high, YM closed above it. NQ failed to close above it. ES failed to close above it. So if we get a London high SMT, I'd be looking for shorts as well, but it just depends what we get first, right? London low SMT, I'll look for long. London high SMT, I'll look for shorts. That's pretty much how I'm looking at it. Do you still prefer Apex over at Topstep? I never preferred Apex over Topstep. Always Topstep and then Apex. that's the order. I would say Topstep, then My Funded Futures, and then Apex. And the only reason I like Apex is because they offer so much leverage and capital. Other than that, if they didn't offer that, I would be with other firms for sure. See NQ on 4 hour, there's a bearish fair value gap and price is there. Not paying too much attention to this fair value gap because we don't have a 15-minute SMT. And also we have a 4-hour SMT on the lows. That's why I'm bullish. I know Guy and Jason are longs right now. I wonder how they're doing. They've pretty much taken profit and break even. Okay, Guy just hit his TP. This guy's crazy with it. What do you use for trade copier? I used Apex Copier. I also have Replicanto. I think I'm gonna use Replicanto just in case, because I'm scared of Apex Copier now. And then Tradeovate and Replicanto. Therefore, I'm changing the variables up. Can't screw me over if I'm using Tradeovate and Replicanto. Low safe capital versus high risk. Yeah, always safe capital. But the thing is, just like if you want to grow if you want to start scaling, right? That's when you start to refer to other firms like Apex, for example. Did you get your money back? What happened? I think it was a software issue between the copier and Rhythmic. So I don't think it was Apex's fault. I think it was more so the copier's fault and Rhythmic's fault. So technically, it's not their fault. So I did not get my money back, but I'm also not mad about it. A little frustrated, not mad, but I understand that you make mistakes, you live and learn. I proved to myself I could make $65,000 within a week, which is crazy. Um, I think that's pretty insane. Um, but I try not to think of the outcome too much. It's definitely euphoric, but you know, you gotta tone it down. You know. How do you withdraw the profits? You need, I think it was like 5 days trading or some sort of consistency rule as well. Consistency rule and 5 days of trading. Or is it 7 days of trading? Something like that. That's why I couldn't withdraw yet. Have you purchased lifetime commission plan with Tradeovate? I have not. I didn't even know that's a thing, I'll be honest. Yeah, I have both as well, Mickey. I think I will definitely be going back to Replicanto. They have a good attitude about it. I try to. I lost $65,000 in profits. How many accounts did you have when you made the 60? It was all, I had 20 accounts. And they all had around like 3,000 something profit. But honestly, if I get one payout from Apex, it's like I'm making back my investment and more, you know? So, like, at the end of the day, if I think of it, like, the positive outlook is like, it really isn't that bad. Even though, like, that happened, it's unfortunate, but it's like 3K is like, I could make that back so easily. Even if I were with like Top Step or my funded futures, like, just one payout is like, oh, I'm chilling. You know what I mean? Yeah, I pretty much never check a Ninja Trader anymore because I realize that everything goes through Rhythmic. So whenever I do trade with Rhythmic accounts, I always check Rhythmic, the R Trader Pro there for positions. But it's just like, once again, it said like ghost orders or something. So I, like, on my side, like, everything was closed, everything was like off, right? And then it just like executed on itself. You lost money? Yeah, I technically lost money because I never realized any of the gains I made. So I just pretty much gave Apex $3,000 because of the activation fees and all the challenge fees. But I guess it'd be like that. Yeah, that's what I did, Mickey. But it said all my orders were closed, which is what confused me. Because the thing is, like, every order on my leader account was closed and stuff. All the other accounts also were closed. And then when it did do the full port execution by itself, it said external copied, and my leader account was the only one without any executions, which is really weird. So I think it's just a rhythmic thing. I don't know. That's what I heard at least. Good market outlook this morning. A bit late to the party. Are you in this long trade? I'm not in this long trade because my model hasn't presented itself yet. Would you ever connect TradeAvate to TradingView and then trade there, have everything copy from TradingView? Yeah, I would, honestly. I would probably have NinjaTrader open for Replicanto, and then, oh my gosh, my Mac's about to die. 10%. I'll be right back. I gotta get my charger. I hope my stuff doesn't get stolen. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Okay, let me see what I missed. Yeah, so what I was talking about is I would connect my TradeAvate to my NinjaTrader and then trade through TradingView with my TradeAvate, and then it'll copy my executions from TradingView to NinjaTrader, which will copy from the NinjaTrader Replicanto to all my other TradeAvate accounts and copy everything. So that's a plan for me, at least, instead of using Rhythmic. What else? Do I have Apex and TradeAvate for the 20 accounts? Yeah, that's fire. I should have done that. I don't know why I didn't do that. Does Jason have experience with Replicanto? No, I don't think he does. Or at least to my knowledge, I don't think he does. Ethan, would you not consider a valid short if we get lower time for SMT inside the 1 hour for value created by the 1 hour SMT? Yeah, you could look for opportunity if you want, but that's just not part of my model here specifically. It's like I want to see at least like London high, London low. But yeah, I think that is valid. It's just, I don't know, it looks very choppy. Do you have 5 minutes? There's no 5 minute as of right now, but I guess if it does occur, you could look for these lows here. Yeah, it looks good. And then ultimately London low. What is your trading window? Usually from 7 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. That's like where I look for my trades. Other than that, I just hop off. Oh, that's pretty good for lifetime commissions. I think I'm gonna move my private funds from interactive brokers to TradeAvate low key, and just so then the margins are less and I can leverage more. Get slower. I'm at my girlfriend's place. It's like an apartment, but it's like this apartment's filled with like college students, so I don't think it's like anything crazy, but it's like I'm inside the study room right now to stream because I don't want to, you know, wake her. Like I think she's sleeping or something. It's also a little quieter. Today's class about SMTs or something else. It's always today's class. The STB classes will always be about SMTs. But if you guys have, any additional questions, you can always feel free to ask me, and I'll just like go into it. It usually is like my streams are just SMT and then Q&A. You know what I mean? You copy trades with TopStep X? Yes, but I only copy trade within the platform because I don't think you can copy trade outside of the platform. Casper's mentorship, STB, Smart Trading Blueprint. Your trading window, please. 7 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. That's when I look for opportunities. If you send trades through TradingView, I believe the position start there are 3 separate orders, meaning you need to cancel your stop loss if TP is hit. Yeah, that's how it is. So you have to put limits for your stop loss and stuff. So, but I'm fine with that. I'm used to it. I used to trade on Tradeovate all the time, like on TradingView. And then now is like whenever I trade my personal account, I also use TradingView too. So I'm very used to having the separate limits. I do wish they would add like ATM strategy to TradingView, so then that way you have like automatic stop loss and take profit. But I think if you close your position manually, it just cancel all order for you. I'm not 100% sure if it does that, but that's from my experience. When I close my position, it closes my limits. Yeah, so today is definitely a slower day. Once again, Monday, no news. I don't even know if I'm gonna have an opportunity. I don't really like how price action is developing, but if we get the model, then I'll take it. Screw it. We have a nice draw on liquidity up here. If we get a SMT down here, it would be nice. Vice versa, SMT up here, we have a nice draw on liquidity down here. If you create a bracket order on TradingView, yes. If you put them individually, no. Yeah, but the bracket order, I feel like it takes too much time. I like to just market order. Can I market order with a bracket order? Does that work? I don't know how that works, to be honest. Do you watch any other YouTuber ICD content? No, I don't. I stopped consuming content and now I just work on my model. Which SMT is more powerful? Whatever your higher time frame is. Higher time frame is always stronger than the lower time frames. I just I don't even like I literally just go here and turn on buy sell buttons and I just click sell and buy and then I right click and I just put limits on my stop loss and that's what I do. I see. That's good to know, Mickey. Thank you. See you tomorrow, Archie. Do you guys think I should change my thumbnail for my lives? Is it too boring right now? I don't even know what to change it to though, to be honest. I see. You can also. Oh yeah, that's true. You can also do that. Yeah, I'll look into it for sure. I've just been so used to, like, for example, if I were to go into paper trading, right? So like what I usually do is like I'll execute a market with buy sell buttons. So let's say I wanted to buy right now. Then what I would do is just right click and, you know, put my stop loss like that. And then I'll just put my TP like this. That's how I do it. Then when I close my position, oh, never mind, I didn't do it this time. Sometimes it just closes my limits. True. Yeah, I'll work on I'll ask my graphic designer to create something for me. A little bit hard time identifying SMTs. Any suggestions? Uh, Mark, I think you're in the private community, right? Here I'm pretty much like starting to teach SMTs here. So if you go here, like it'll be a lot easier for you to learn through that because I actually go in depth and explain things. For SMTs, you look for SMT. I only pay attention to the previous X liquidity. So like previous session liquidity, previous day liquidity, previous week liquidity, previous month liquidity. Like those are the only liquidity pools I really pay attention to for SMT. And then for drawn liquidity, I always look for like equal lows, trend line liquidity, stuff like that. How to join the 7-day trial? I think if you just go to my WAP page, it should just be 7-day trial automatically there. I think. Let me make sure. That's not what I wanted. How do I go to my... Yeah, this one right here. 7-day free trial. And you just click on that and it gives you 7 days. And make sure you cancel before the 7-day. Like literally right after you sign up, make sure you cancel if you don't want to pay. Because it will charge you, and when you ask me for a refund, I refund everyone. However, it costs me money out of my own pocket to refund you guys. So please, if you want to use the free trial, just cancel before it ends so I don't have to refund you and take money out of my own pocket. Please analyze gold. Yeah, we can look at it. So I'm looking for bearishness in gold and silver right now because of this 4-hour SMT between Q4 of September and then distortion week. And then we have a 1-hour SMT as well. So I'm looking for lower prices. I think that previous week low would be a nice target for that overall. So this was from the weekly outlook. I think it started playing out before I even got a chance to talk about it. I think it started playing out at like 8 a.m. or something. Yeah, start displacing. With gold, what should we see for SMT with? I just pay attention to like the 4-hour SMTs, 1-hour SMTs. Like that's pretty much all I like look for. Cause like the thing is, I don't trade metals, so I don't 100% know like what the characteristic of the market is. So I just pay attention to these kind of like swing idea SMTs. You know what I mean? Okay, here we go. I think my setup's finally coming. My charts want to sync. See, my first chart is NQ again for some reason. I actually have no clue why it keeps doing that. It's so weird. So weird. I mean, what pair? For gold, I look for silver and copper. So those three. Consider last week's high and the high created last night. Would that be on what time frame? Oh, actually, you said last week's high. Last high created last night. What pair are we looking at? We're looking at index futures or YM NQ? No, previous week high for me is all the way up here, right? For NQ, it's at 2332. ES it's at 5822. For Dow, it's at 42716. So we don't have an SMT with that, in my opinion. What is up, Vittorio? I hope I pronounced that right, Vittorio. I do want to visit Singapore. Seems pretty cool. Cool place for traders to go. I'll be going to Chicago November 28th to December 2nd. If anyone wants the. Actually, I don't know if I can meet up because I'll be with family the whole time. I think I might be going to Florida for Disneyland in November as well. I'm not 100% sure yet. I think I'm going to Vancouver for winter for Christmas. And I think I might be going to New York in April or May. And then I think I might go to Asia, like Taiwan, in like May next year as well. That depends on my girlfriend is not letting me go to Asia because she's like, you have to experience it with me. So I might not be able to go to Asia for a while. Yeah, it's like Disney Universal, but it's like mostly for my girlfriend's niece. See how that is. Tea and cigars. I'm down. I enjoy cigars. They make me very relaxed. But I've limited myself to once a month if I were to do it like more often. So once a month I've limited myself to. The month of September, I didn't at all. So it's like a very occasional thing for me. It's like a social gathering. It's like, yeah, let's light up a cigar, bet, like, but other than that, I don't really. Come visit Philippines? I'm down. I'm also down for that. Want to discuss business for a few hours or so? Are people in Singapore like super rich? I don't know, man. Kind of sticks to you smoke? I have no clue. I'll be honest. I just like anything that is smoother, I guess. I'm very new to it. I've only smoked like 3 cigars in my life. And the first time was because I went to meet Casper SMC, went to meet Jade Cap. It was like in Miami. It's like the first time I ever smoked a cigar. Yeah, those guys are high rollers. When we went to dinner, I looked at the menu. Everything was like, the steaks were like $300 to $500. I was like, damn, bro. But they're like, don't worry, this is a special occasion for us too. I'm like, okay, nice. You know JCap's trading style? I think it's more. He likes to identify the weekly expansion and capitalize on that. Not as much intraday trading, from my knowledge, at least. I don't really know how he like specifically trades, but I think he does intraday trading. And ever since he started his own mentorship, he started doing intraday trading more. But majority of the time is like intra-week trading. Like catching the weekly expansion rather than the daily expansion. But once you understand one thing, it's like time is fractal, right? So price and time and price is fractal, so you can really apply to anything. That's why you see people doing 4 hour power three candle. Singapore is arguably one of the biggest financial center. Yeah, yeah, that's what I seen, what I heard. That's why I want to go. Seems cool, but it's like to me, it's like Singapore. Just like when I think of Singapore, I also think of like Dubai, like that kind of vibe. No, YM, why are you doing this? Just give me my setup. What can happen to gold right now? Can you tell? Let's take a look again. I think it really just like same thing, right? It's like SMT on the high, so I'm just looking for lower prices. That's what I'm looking for. I think this move higher, that was like the manipulation this morning, the 9 o'clock candle. And then that's where you're looking for your short. And this is probably where a lot of people that trade gold shorted from, because you have a 1 hour order block, you have your I think there's a breaker. You have a mitigation block here. You have a order block. You have that 9:30 a.m. Judas swing. If I That's 9:30, right? Not really. like entering 9 o'clock, 9:30, and then we have that push higher. That's probably your Judas swing, and then looking for lower prices. So if I was like a metal trader, that's where I would be looking for my entry overall, because you already have the higher time frame bias based on your SMTs, right? Which is 4 hour, 1 hour SMT, looking for lower prices, looking for previous week low. So yeah, that's what I would be looking for. Gold is kind of doing its own thing. I think that right now silver and copper are like perfect. Gold. Oh wait, this is NQ, bruh. What am I doing? Why does it keep changing to NQ? I'm actually trolling. Gold also, yeah, same thing. Yeah. Okay, I was waiting. Yeah, so gold, silver, copper. That's the three. I don't know why it keeps changing to NQ. That threw me off for a second. Tell you to come to Dubai. Yo, I'm low key scared to go, but like I'm down. What do you check gold SMT with? Oh, I think I read that already. You briefly summarize the influences that shaped your work from ICT. So I learned from ICT originally, and I had a private mentor that was already an ICT trader. So I was super lucky to have a private mentor like that. Oh my gosh, that hurts so bad. My sinuses. Oh, I hate being sick. All right, sorry. Um, yeah, so I learned from ICT and a private mentor originally, and then I learned from MXM Trader after that. And then after that, I learned from Casper SMC. And then after that, I learned from Day. And now I'm kind of just doing my own thing, which is great. It was a journey, but it was worth it. Cape Town, South Africa. I'm down for like a vacation. What do you guys do on Telegram with ICT? I'm not a charter student, so I wouldn't know. When I say I learned from ICT, I just learned from his YouTube videos. How would you rate MXM Trader? Do you recommend his course? His first course, A plus 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 plus. Really good course. I think everything MXM Trader does is really good, to be honest. I just like stopped learning from him. There's no particular reason why I stopped learning from him. Like it's just I just did, and he helped me like piece together the puzzle of market maker models. So nothing bad to say about any of my mentors, to be honest. Like they were all amazing. How did you learn from Day? Any tips to learn from him? As of right now, I think the only way to learn from him is if you're a private student of his, and I am. So he just posts and he goes live like twice or 2 or 3 times a week to explain like PA, give lectures and stuff like that, and I just like join to listen along. Uh, I think that's the only way you can learn from Day. That was like private mentorship, and I think he has like a wait list right now in his Telegram. If you were interested and you wanted to like sign up for the wait list, I think after next year he's gonna be done teaching from my knowledge. Based on my knowledge from what he said. Is MXM better than ICT? I think it's not necessarily better, but it's just like I don't think any mentor is like okay. Actually, I shouldn't say that. I would say all the mentors that I used or I've had learned from. I wouldn't say any of them is better than the other. I think they all have something unique to offer. So I wouldn't say one's better than the other. Is that his course paid or is it? I think it's paid. His course is paid. Yeah, he has some videos on YouTube. He's learning how to do copy trade between Apex, Topstep, and My Funded Futures. If you get Topstep on Trade then you can. If you use Topstep X, then you cannot copy trade. Apex and My Funded Futures, once again, you use Trade and then use connected to NinjaTrader, and then you use a trade copier. Day has not live streamed any of his trades. He just pretty much calls it out, and then Price does what he says. I don't know. That man is a wizard. He says one thing and it happens. It's crazy. Like, I swear that guy has like a 99% accuracy. I don't know. That guy's crazy with it. One 100% can't bite the hand that fed you, you know? First time I heard about MXM, so what does he teach about? He teaches market maker models, pretty much. He just teaches ICT, but simplified. If that makes yeah, he definitely teaches it in a simplified manner. So if you want every little thing, then you watch ICT. But if you want a just simplified version, like you watch other mentors. That's how I would put it. Oh yeah, I can make a video. Wait, AJ, are you in STB? AJ? If you're not, then I can. If you are, I've already made one. Or you can just go on YouTube and search it up, because I'm very confident there's videos there. I'll make a video eventually. I'm getting a call from Jesse, so I'll be back, guys, in like maybe 10-20 minutes. I'm just gonna mute my mic really quick. Okay, I'm back. I'm off the call now. Have you been able to implement what Day teaches? Yeah, that's SMTs. Did I read this already? Do you only consider previous quarter highs and lows as SMT, or can you reach back further in time? You can, but For now, just refer to the quarter directly behind because like if you start doing that, it gets complicated. Appreciate the kind words. Let's see what Jesse said. Oh, we're just rescheduled our call pretty much. What's your win rate with this strategy? So it really depends how you look at it. So based on I've been working on a new strategy and it has like, it's pretty promising results. TP1 is always 100% win rate because of the low hanging fruit. So I've incorporated TP1 and then once TP1 is hit, break even. So right now that strategy is like 100% win rate as of right now, which is pretty incredible. And then if I account like human error into my trades, then I want to say like, let's just say 80%. Because, you know, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I can't execute my model to the T every time. So let's just say like 80%. Use FX replay for backtesting. I tried, but it's so hard to use FX replay because like I don't have the right indicators I need. So I just gave up on that and I just use TradingView. So if you want to copy trade between different firms, just go on your NinjaTrader and you know how they teach you how to configure your connections? You just add more connections. So if you have Tradeovate with My Funded Futures, for example, add a connection for Tradeovate, log into My Funded Futures, and then add a new connection that's also Tradeovate and log into your Apex. And then when you log into both of those, connect both at the same time, and you can copy trade with a copy trader. You reach out for Jesse for some business thoughts a few weeks ago. However, we're now nice. Are you starting like a firm or something? Yeah, Day SMT is like Day's thing. It's his thing pretty much. You share your new strategy? Not yet. Maybe one day, but as of right now, no, because I want to make sure that my data is correct. Because like I've only had so much time to forward test. I've only forward tested for like the past 2 weeks, right? So I'll make sure that it's like actually solid before I teach it. Why are you doing this? Give me my model. I just wanted to create SMT. That's all I want. I think it might be a no trade day, guys. Monday, no news expected. You got it, Gino. SMT is the holy grail. At least in my opinion, is the holy grail. New strategy based on my current, yeah, pretty much. But it includes some things that I have never taught before, and I've also never heard of before. So I don't feel like teaching it because it's just like something I found for myself, I guess. Not to be selfish, but like it's a personal thing. The rest of what I teach though is already it's a lot. It's more than enough. No, it's not NQ opening price thing. Yeah, exactly, Gino. How can I achieve better win rate? Uh, Psychology. That's how you achieve better win rate. Lower RR and better psychology, right? Because at the end of the day, it's like you don't need good win rate to be profitable. You just need a good model overall. Higher RR, lower win rate. Lower RR, higher win rate, right? Yeah, exactly, Gene. It's like I think like at the end of it just comes down to psychology once again. It's like executing on your model, understanding the probabilities. Any strategy could work in my opinion. Or sorry, not any strategy, but like any type of analysis. Why was London low SMT? It's just a wick though. That's why I don't trust it. It's like I want to see a candle body closure before I confirm it. Just give hint about my new strat. It's just using the hint would be SMTs, I guess, but it's pretty much SMTs. There you go. How to improve psychology? Change your expectations. Why are you over risking? You have to ask yourself, what's the root cause? Why are you over leveraging every trade? Is because you're trying to make more money than your account can handle. And so the root cause of that is your focus on the money, right? Here, I'll show you. There you go. That's my strategy right there. This is literally it. It does not get any more spoon fed than this. Higher time from K level, intermediate term time from SMT, lower time from SMT, This is going to be your market maker buy model, internal to external range liquidity. Right? So you have two ways of targeting. You have your lower time frame market maker model, you have your intermediate term time frame market maker model. This is literally it. Like this cannot be spoon fed even more than this. Exactly, Mickey. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Vittorio. That's why I'm like constantly back testing and forward testing it. It's because like if it's as promising as it shows, like even if it's like a 90%, like that's I don't know, something I'd like to keep to myself because I've put a lot of work into it. New strategy, SMT, SMT, SMT. Exactly. You got it. My whole model is based on SMT. That is correct. Take care, Andrew. I probably will be heading out here as well. Like 11:45 is the absolute cutoff for me. So there's really no point in watching price right now, in my opinion. For myself, at least. Yeah, exactly. Like you can have a really good model, but it really does just come down to psychology. Are you gonna trade FOMC? No, I don't. I don't trade FOMC days. I usually wait until FOMC in the afternoon and then I'll see if there's an opportunity after. But other than that, I don't trade the AM session. Or if there's like FOMC, NFP, CPI, like if there's a swing idea, if I'm already in a trade, then I'll hold through it. What are you watching right now in NQ? The exact same thing I've been watching all morning. London high, London low. That's it. There should be links in the description below if you're interested. There's the free community, there's the paid community, and then of course on YouTube I'll be live streaming whenever there's no high impact news. That way it's like free members can still like experience like live streams from me, but then the private community just has access to whenever there's probably a trade set up. How do you identify seek and destroy days? I trade typically better in trending day, but not consolidation day. So how you identify is your economic news calendar is a very good telltale sign. So today there's no news. I expect choppier price action already automatically. Um, Also on top of that, we had expansion. So what happened yesterday? What happened overnight? You have to ask yourself. So we had expansion in London session. So I'm expecting once again New York AM to be a little more choppier. So that's already 2 for 2. It's like, okay, we have no news. We have overnight expansion. Okay, we're expecting choppy price action. The number 3 is, do you have SMTs? Like right now, we don't have any SMTs. So once again, I'm just waiting for that. And I think the greatest way to tell if there's gonna be chop or not is if you have SMTs on the highs and lows. And that, for me, that's like the biggest telltale sign. It's like if I have opposing SMTs. Let's say we have an SMT on London high, but we also have an SMT on London low at the exact same time. Then I'll be like, oh, okay, we're most likely just gonna have seek and destroy, or some sort of consolidation. And that's when I want to stay out of the market, unless I'm just looking for scalps. Seek and destroy just means that you're taking liquidity on both sides of the market over and over again. So low, high, seek and destroy. It's called seek and destroy because price is constantly purging buy side and then sell side and then buy side and then sell side, right? Just joining your mentorship, where can I find S&T lectures? They're posted in the Ethan Trades mentorship inside the WAP. Are you planning any new videos on YouTube? As of right now, not yet. I plan to like resume in the future, near future, but as of right now, it's just I've just been really busy with the mentorship itself, so I haven't really. How many people are in my mentorship? I think 80 people, somewhere around there, 70 to 80 people as of right now. You have to go through all the previous videos first, can't jump ahead and WAP. Yeah, I made it that way on purpose. So that you guys, like, if you guys decide to learn from me, you have to understand how I think in the market. And that's how I've done it. But I'm pretty sure some people just like mark as complete and they just jump to the next lecture. Like, that'll definitely hinder your learning curve, but if you want to do that, go for it. Have you touched your first million? I have not yet. I'm not there yet. I think it'll probably be a while before I touch my first million because I want to help my dad pay off our, our place, and like help my mom pay off her debt, stuff like that. So it's like, and I also donate a lot. So it's gonna be a while before I hit first milli for sure. You keep spinning, you'll win for sure eventually. It's honestly it's like every like 100 spins, someone wins like 7 days free premium. So that's what I said. It's every 100 because that's like the lowest I could set it to. It's every 100 spins. So yeah, I don't know. How I look at it is like I can live very comfortably right now, so it's like I try to just give back to whatever. Obviously, one day I would like, like a Porsche 911 GT3 RS, but like slowly we'll get there for sure. Because how I've pretty much delegated my income is pretty much 25% goes to donation, 25% goes to family and friends, then 50% goes to myself. So it's like as I scale up more, then everyone benefits more anyways. So that's just how I look at it. Do you earn from YouTube? Not really. Like maybe I think it's like $50 to $100 per month or something. So I mean, I guess it's like, hey, money is money. Do you do private mentorship one-on-ones? I do, but that's like a select group. So like you can't buy yourself into my one-on-one mentorship. That's like I select people based on their character, you know, their dedication, stuff like that. That's how I select them. And right now I think I have like six students right now, and until they're like fully independent, I'll start accepting new students again. But for now, it's just fully closed. And the other one is, you can book one-on-one calls with me, but I think, to be honest, the private community, you just ask all the questions you want anyway, so not much point to the one-on-one call. So being 11:45 now, that's my cutoff time for looking for opportunities, pretty much. So I will be hopping off stream here. So as always, type one if you enjoyed the stream, type two if you have any final questions you want me to answer, and I'll be heading out here. All right, perfect. On that note, take care, everyone, and thank you for joining live as always. I'll be live on YouTube tomorrow as well. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.